this. There we go. All right, so lots to talk about. So certainly want to bring you up to date on some announcements, some new suppliers that certainly ties into everything that's going on around us today. Update you on some of the announcements that we talked about in the first coffee talk and where we are with some of those. They're all relevant. Also want to make sure that you all are aware of some of the ecosystem alliances that exist that may not be obvious, that can help you take care of your and your customer needs. And then what's available to solve the needs of your customers as we're all needing to work either from home more or remotely. And then lastly, we'll touch on some new resources that make it even easier to do business with us here at ScanSource. Not quite product or technology related, but certainly all relevant. Anything we can do, we're trying to do and do more of, just to make it easier to work with us. And then sure, we'll certainly wrap it up with some Q&A at the end if there's some questions that you all post. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Corey, if you want to move on to the next slide there.
Yep.
So quick supplier update. Many of you may or may not have heard, but certainly probably familiar with Zoom as a cloud-based video-first UC platform. And we're excited that they've expanded their master agent program and have added Intelisys to that. So, as many of you know, Intelisys is owned by ScanSource and a very fast-growing part of our business, with more and more customers, trying to get into cloud services and things that just are, typically available through an agent program. So we're very excited that, that Intelisys is now representing Zoom. So any of our agents out there can immediately start taking advantage of the Zoom technologies. And then certainly any of our VARs that are interested in Zoom, maybe you're doing it today, maybe you're not, but didn't really have a good pathway to that, you now do. So if that's something that's of interest to you, because again, a lot of these suppliers are doing things to help organizations and your customers through these trying times, just let us know. We'll get you signed up with Intelisys. That would open up the opportunity for you to start working with your customers if something like Zoom is the right fit for them. So just, Corey, anything you'd want to add to that?
Yeah, so I definitely say we've been very excited about the Zoom partnership. It's one of those suppliers that we've been looking at for a long time. I know they're big in the industry, and I think especially for some of you that have been selling communication solutions for a while, Zoom does have alliances, and I know we'll talk about alliances in just a minute, with several of our suppliers. So Zoom has relationships and synergies with Barco, with Jabra, with Poly, and some of our other suppliers. So we're really thrilled to add them to our line card, and really thrilled to be able to add them into the ScanSource family.
Awesome. Yeah, pretty exciting. See their name a lot out there, and while maybe we were competing against them, it's nice now to be playing nice with Zoom, and again, something that's very easy for customers to get into, that hey, I need to equip my people really quickly for some communication that includes video, because that's what Zoom is all about.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So some additional supplier updates. These are three things that we did talk about in our first coffee talk, but definitely worth a recap and an update as to where we are. So for many of you that are on this call, there's different paths to these technologies and these solutions. Some are going to be through the agent model, but that's not necessarily the right fit for everybody. Some people really prefer the resell model. So everyone's different. And so the good news is, between these three, we have multiple options depending on what's the right fit for you and the right fit for your customers. So first we'll touch on 8x8. So 8x8 I think is a name that everybody's familiar with. It's a UC as a service offering that we're ready to launch. It allows our resellers to resell the 8x8 UCaaS solution versus going down an agent/commission plan. So you, as the reseller, you can help your customers set up these services. You get to control the pricing and the margin. You're able to wrap your own services around this, because it's not just setting up the subscription. Somebody still has to set up the phones and the dial plans and do the training and the adoption. So there's a lot of things that still go around something like an 8x8 solution. And so being a resale model allows you to control more of that and make sure you control the customer relationship still. And so for those that are providing or interested in providing managed services, this is a great fit. So when we first announced it, it was announced as a partnership with Poly as well. So don't want to exclude that from some of the highlights here. but this is something that, we talked about. I think we were in the early stages of, getting some early adopter partners engaged to help us work through the model, make sure that we had the pricing right, we had, how tech support was going to be handled, who takes the calls, all those good things. So we've done all of that. So we're really ready to kind of go to market full force with this right, today. So if this is, something that you think is the right fit for you and your organization and for your customers, let us know. We're ready to start helping you talk about 8x8. Corey,
Yep,
anything
and
to
just
add
I
there?
would say, yeah, so on that point, we do have a whole cloud solutions team. So Cloud Solutions is a brand that we've had for a couple years right now. And what Jeff is saying is, we do have plenty of master agent models. So if you're in a sales model where you just want to kind of sell some of these industry leading solutions and then not have to focus on providing tier 1 support and billing and, all that stuff, we do have plenty of offers for that. But, happy to add 8x8 to our lineup of more resell solutions. And so we do have a cloud solutions team here who can help you talk through all the offers that we have and which ones may be a good fit for you. So I would just encourage you, if you've heard of 8x8, if you're interested in their brand and their offerings, I would definitely have you raise your hand and talk to your ScanSource account manager or account executive, and we can put you in touch with our cloud solutions team, and they can kind of walk you through what that model looks like, typical margins that you can expect, timelines, and things like that. So would love to talk to you guys about them.
Awesome, thanks. So kind of the flip side of the coin there is, let's talk about the Avaya and the Ring Central opportunity and relationship there. So, exciting because we're literally 14 days, 2 weeks away from this officially launching. So on March 31st, Avaya Cloud Office will officially be launched. It's been talked about a lot. There's been a lot that's been going on since it was announced, a few months ago. So, many of our Avaya partners are already signed up so when ACO is ready on March 31st to hit the ground running. For those that are not signed up yet, let us know. It's super simple. Really, there's no certifications, there's no cost or no commitments, there's no minimum resells. So for an Avaya partner, it's really easy. We'll make it really easy for you. This is an agent model though. So just kind of highlight that, flip side of the 8x8 resell is that this one is being done and we were doing it through Intelisys, which I've already mentioned before as our master agent program. So again, we'll make that simple for you. Say, hey, I do need to get ready to be able to resell Avaya Cloud Office, but I'm not signed up with an agent or master agent yet. Let us know. Our teams are ready. Our supplier teams are ready to help you do that. And again, make it super simple so that when March 31st hits, you guys can hit the ground running. And even if you're not selling Avaya today, and this, hey, I would like to go to market with a UCaaS solution, and I like the agent model, all the things that Corey just mentioned about handling the billing and the support and all that pretty much goes away with this Avaya Ring Central model, where it's going to be an Avaya-like experience. They're going to be calling into Avaya tech support. The billing is going to come through them. So all you really have to do is, help the Avaya team sell it, bring the opportunity to the table. And as your customers start to sign up for these subscriptions, you'll be collecting the commission checks through that kind of traditional agent model.
Yeah, Jeff, and I think you brought up a great point there. So this offer is perfect for existing Avaya VARs, but also people that, aren't Avaya VARs today, because it is that kind of, agent model. And I would say too, where this offer is really a perfect sweet spot is there are literally over 100 million active Avaya UC users out there and 5 million Avaya contact center users out there worldwide, right? So if you're talking about, there being a ripe partner base that wants to, is interested in, is looking at moving to the cloud without having to give up some of their devices, that Avaya experience, everything that Jeff just talked about, this could be a perfect solution for that. So as Jeff mentioned, we're taking signups today for Avaya Cloud Office. Again, you're not required to sell anything. If we get you enrolled, you're not signing up for a certain quota. We just want to make sure that when launch happens later this month, you have the assets that you need from us and the support you need from us and Intelisys to be successful with that offer. And so if you haven't already, again, raise your hand, talk to your ScanSource account manager or account executive, and we'd love to get your information and get you signed up. And that way you're there and everything's done and you're ready to rock and roll when this offer goes GA a little bit later this month.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Corey. And then last but not least, on this particular slide, let's talk about Microsoft. So, we've been talking about this for a while. We had intended to, I believe, officially launch this at Channel Partners a week or so back. Unfortunately, that event was canceled, but that's okay. We're still ready to go. So again, given the situation that we're in today, Microsoft was poised to grow rapidly, even without what's happening around us today with this coronavirus. Corey just mentioned the 100 million seats with Avaya. That is the opportunity that's in front of us for that particular solution. On the Microsoft side, traditionally, for these Office applications, it was software, right? You had to, put a CD-ROM into a computer somewhere, and that's all changed. And so in terms of the opportunity, it's huge. It's less than 10% penetration when you look at the number of customers that still need to either be migrated from more of a traditional software-based implementation of Microsoft, or companies that just haven't done anything yet. And with something like Teams and the ability to collaborate, again, it's kind of front and center in terms of what's going to help you and your customers deal with what's going on around us today. So, we're excited. We're ready to go to market with our offer around Microsoft right now. And what's great about this is that we've talked about a resale model, we've talked about an agent model, and so depending on what's right for you, you can do it either way with us, with this platform. So we bought this company called Inti last year that came with this platform that's really the power behind this, because it makes it really easy for you to transact these subscriptions. It also gives you immense data and insight into how your customers are using it, or whether they're using it or not. And so not only is there less than 10% penetration, so a huge upside market opportunity. What we hear a lot is, well, it's a couple dollars here and there, but that's not really where the opportunity is. So for every dollar of Microsoft subscription, there's $8 to $10 upside opportunity for you to wrap services around it, and also rebate dollars that are behind the scenes as well. So the more your customers not only buy, but then as they use these technologies like Microsoft Teams, the more money it is for you. And again, you can do it as a resale model. So you go in and you set up your customers, and you can provision these subscriptions in a matter of seconds. And then you can go work with your customers on adoption around these different services, whether it's Teams, whether it's setting up Azure, storage. There's a lot of different options under Microsoft that allow you to really accelerate how much money you can make. And again, the power of this is this Cascade platform. An Office 365 license from this person or that person is going to do the same thing. It's really how you deploy it and how you support it and how you can help your customers take advantage of these technologies. And we think Cascade is the differentiator that's going to enable you to do that. Corey, anything to add?
Now, you hit it spot on. So, we launched Microsoft internally a couple weeks ago. I know our sales team is very excited about it. We're seeing a lot of demand for Microsoft. We're all using Teams today and have had a lot of great experiences with it. So, again, this is a perfect opportunity for, partners that are looking to get into that cloud software, cloud subscription, cloud licensing kind of front. Microsoft is a great partner to do that with.
And then just last thing I mentioned, hey, resell or agent, if you want to just be able to resell the subscriptions, your customers need them, and you're the conduit for that, and you just want to do it as an agent and collect a commission check, that's an option too. We just find that most of the partners that we've been talking to over the last several weeks and months are really interested in the fact that it's a resell model where they can continue to own the relationship and wrap all those services around it. Great. So, Corey, we have a lot of suppliers in our portfolio, and I've been doing this. I'm a lot older than you, so you have the advantage of the youth that I do. But in the past, a lot of these logos that you see here, and these aren't the only ones, were technologies that did really well kind of within their own environment, right? So it only worked well if it was interacting with other devices or other technologies that my company or as a manufacturer created. But that's not so much the case anymore, right? So can you touch on some of these alliances and some of these technologies and suppliers that are working well together?
Yeah, happy to. So again, I mentioned earlier, I'm very passionate about the communication space, been in this kind of industry for 5-6 years now. And I would say for me, something that I've been really excited about is just to see kind of the co-opetition, I think is what they call it. But it's to really see a lot of our suppliers cross over their normal ecosystems and their normal technologies and partner with other industry leaders. And so we like to say here that when you've got a great brand and then you got another great brand, you know, that's two powerful brands, it's a bigger market opportunity, bigger customer base, bigger, you know, opportunity, I think, for our partners. And so over the past couple of years, we've really seen a lot of our suppliers kind of cross over their lines and really look at how their solutions can work with other solutions, how their devices can integrate in seamlessly with other people's platforms or applications. And so there's a few of these that I kind of wanted to highlight today. And again, there's a lot of these out there. I mean, we've got them popping up every day, and, you know, we're happy to help educate our partners on what they are and what they mean, but these are just a few that I wanted to talk about. And so one of the ones, you know, the first one that I wanted to mention is AudioCodes and Jabra. So we've had a partnership with both of those brands for a number of years now, and this alliance really brings a complete portfolio of devices for the office and on the go, right? So remote workers, work from home workers, definitely ties into that. This has definitely got a strong play on Microsoft. So I know Teams, Microsoft Teams specifically is a big partnership and alliance for both of those brands. And so together, I think they've really got some strong messaging there. Also a great fit for contact center environments. So I know a lot of you are selling to customers that either have contact centers or they have a lot of people like sales teams or customer service teams or people like that that are, you know, taking a lot of inbound calls. And so basically what you can do here is it really takes AudioCodes' devices, voice networking services, and management solutions, plus Jabra's headsets and speakerphones to really create seamless Teams-based environments. I think that it can help, especially if you've got a customer that has Microsoft Teams, it can really accelerate the deployment there. And then I know that with AudioCodes' One Voice Operations Center, it can help you manage all of those devices from a single pane of glass. So again, talking about managed services, talking about people that are looking to build kind of models or, you know, support around the devices that they sell, this could be a perfect opportunity for that. And those brands are both working together at a field and operations and then even a product development level. So looking to see lots of great things from both AudioCodes and Jabra on that partnership. And again, we've been very pleased over the past couple of years to partner with both of those brands. So look for more information to come there. Another great one, again, so we just talked about Zoom. That's a new alliance for us is Poly and Zoom. And so Zoom recently certified both the Poly Studio, which is their USB video bar solution, as well as their Studio X series. And basically what that does is help create really high quality voice and video for Zoom environments, right? So what Poly is doing here is taking their full portfolio of devices, so their headsets, their desktop phones, their conference phones, video bar, everything in between, whether it's huddle rooms, work from home environment, large conference rooms, you name it. It's really helping create high quality Zoom experiences for customers that are using that, those platforms. And then on the Barco side, so hopefully a lot of you have seen, we're really happy that Barco now has a new ClickShare conference, and so it's a wireless conference solution that really interacts with other devices. And so what we like to say is the Barco ClickShare conference is triple agnostic, and so with that solution you can use your choice of laptop, conferencing or UC platform, and USB peripherals. So Barco is another great one that has alliances with a lot of the suppliers that we sell. So Poly, Yamaha, Jabra, Crestron, Sennheiser, Teams, Cisco, LifeSize, Zoom, you name it, Barco works with all of them. So again, great solutions from them for environments that maybe have different, every day I'm on Zoom calls, I'm on, WebEx calls, I'm on Microsoft Teams calls, and so the Barco ClickShare solution is a great fit for that. And then obviously we mentioned Avaya and RingCentral, and so I think a lot of people when they first saw that partnership were like, what? like Avaya and Ring Central, like kind of getting together. But, again, I mean, these are two great leaders in the UC and contact center space on the Avaya side. And then with Ring Central, I mean, they've been a leader in UCaaS for a while now. And I really think, again, when we're looking at a big installed base of 100 million UC users, 5 million contact center users, I mean, this is a great solution to help those customers still have the Avaya experience, use Avaya devices, benefit from Avaya migration support, to really move to the cloud at a pace that's right for them. So again, I know we've got plenty of others. So, Yealink and Ribbon have solutions. I mean, I could go on, but there's a lot of great brands out there getting together and doing really great things. And so definitely make sure you're paying attention to what's going on in the industry. And then ScanSource is obviously your source too, to help you kind of navigate what's going on, who's partnering with who, and how that can help you with your customer needs or what you're looking to do with your business.
That's great. That's great. Thanks. So let's kind of narrow this down a little bit. I know we're kind of coming towards the end of, well, I think you had about 30 minutes, but again, what is front and center for all of us today is having to help our customers with these remote workforce solutions. And the great news is we've got a huge portfolio to help your customers, through this and through some challenges they're having to face with people not being able to come in the office. We're no exception to this, right? So with this coronavirus situation driving companies to work from home, we're starting to be impacted by that as well. So starting this week, our sales folks will begin working from home, and we'll be implementing the same social distancing practices that the World Health Organization and CDC are recommending. So we want to make sure we're doing our part, but we will continue to function at full capacity, normal hours. We're not going to skip a beat. So Corey's in the office, but Corey can be doing exactly what she's doing, just like I am from my home office. So we're not going to skip a beat, and we fortunately can take advantage of the technology, and our warehouse is fully operational. So we're taking all the precautions that we need to make sure everybody's healthy and staying safe out there. But we do have, some of the biggest names, if not most of the biggest names in the industry, with solutions to help us. So, we've already talked about some of them in the UCaaS space and the collab space with Cisco and Cisco WebEx, Avaya and Ring Central, Microsoft Teams, Mitel, Zoom, a huge portfolio. There's very little that we can't help you with in the UCaaS and the collaboration space. And then Corey also mentioned some of this as well, with USB and desktop video. We're seeing a huge, increased demand, as you might imagine. And we have products from Avaya and things like Jabra Panicast and the Poly Studio that Corey just mentioned. So certainly can help you from a USB desktop video perspective. And then headsets, demand is kind of off the charts right now. We're having a hard time, keeping up. And we've got Jabra and Poly and Sennheiser. So, no shortage of options there. We're trying to keep up and be patient with us as we try to meet the demand that has certainly skyrocketed here over the past, several days. And then there's some folks are going to be working from home that maybe headsets not an option or not the right solution. So, portable speakerphone, so people don't have to use their cell phone in their hand or use the built-in speakerphone on their personal device. And so, we've got portable speakerphones. They're really high-end, great audio quality from, again, Avaya, Jabra, Poly that can help meet those needs. And then there are ones that maybe not so obvious ones that are specific to collaboration that we're starting to see. People working from home, so things like power bricks and PoE injectors and wireless accessories and security and displays. Some of our own teams say, hey, I'm going to take my displays home. Well, not everybody may be able to do that, and so we just have this portfolio that really can help you and help your customers put these solutions together. And if you're not sure, what's the right solution or what's the right package, what's the right bundle for your customer, or if they're not sure, let us know. We've got people that can help you. Call us, send an email to the email you see on the screen there to our pre-sales tech folks, and we'll walk you through, hey, what are the things that work best together and what's the right solution, given the circumstance. So as you're, trying to help your customers, and if we can help you with that, please don't hesitate to let us know and give us a call. Okay. And just, kind of somewhat wrapping up here, or a couple of things wrapping up, at least on the technology side, is, with additional, workforce solutions, a lot of suppliers that we've mentioned are really stepping up and offering free services to help you and help your companies through a lot of this. We won't cover all these today, but, I know Avaya is offering their Spaces solution for free to education institutions. Cisco WebEx is offering free subscriptions for 90 days to any customer. Zoom's offering some things for free. RingCentral for 90 days for education, healthcare, nonprofits. Microsoft and Corey, what others am I missing here? Because I know that all of these companies in different ways are stepping up. And then, of course, we have our demo pool. So if there's equipment out there that can help you, let us know, because we do have a demo pool on the hardware side. But Corey, anything else you add there?
No, I mean, obviously, we would love to talk to you guys about all these. Audio Codes is doing free SBC licensing. Mitel has 6 months of their Mitel My Team meeting solution, which is like their video conferencing and collaboration tool. So again, as Jeff mentioned too, I mean, I know on the hardware side, from a Jabra and Poly perspective, they both have free trials as well, but we also have a huge demo pool for both of those offerings. So I would say if you would love, if you have any customers that haven't checked out some of the latest headsets and video solutions for both Jabra and Poly, definitely raise your hand to your ScanSource account manager or AE, and we would love to ship some of those out for you to try them. We know you'll love them.
Great. All right, last but not least, I know we're a little bit past our time here, but if you guys will bear with us for just 2 or 3 more minutes, want to share some other exciting news that are not necessarily supplier or technology related. I'll tackle the first one, which is called ScanSource Core. Some of you have probably started hearing about this because we've been slowly rolling this out. You may have had a conversation with somebody on my team or one of our teams about our partner portal. So Core is basically the name for our new partner portal that, hey, if you're interested, let us know. We can sign you up. But you've been asking us for more tools and more automation. So this is another tool to help with that, because hey, when I want to look something up or I need information on an order, I don't always want to have to pick up the phone or send an email. So that's what this portal is really about, is that you can now self-serve to find tons of information about the business that you're doing with us. So you can look up your orders, you can see your invoices, you can track shipments, there's serial numbers in there, and you can look up serial numbers, you can open cases. So hey, if we short shipped you something or over shipped you something, you can open up a case, you can initiate an RMA. There's even some supplier ETAs. Now that's not fully populated yet, but we're working on that. And then there's even some ways that will be unveiling to enable you to collaborate with the sales team through the same portal. So, if you're in there and you're looking at information, you realize, hey, I need a quote on something, there'll be the opportunity to engage with the sales team through that same user interface that's built off of the Salesforce.com platform. So we're really excited to be able to offer this. Certainly not taking away the ability to call your sales team or your salesperson or send them an email. But if you're like me, I just like to log into my Amazon account and see my stuff. It's kind of like that. I can just log in and I can see my stuff. And if there's something there you don't see, then that's a good opportunity. Let me call my team and find out what's going on there. So if that sounds good to you, just get with your sales team and we will get you hooked up on ScanSource Core Partner Portal. Corey, what else you've got there?
Yeah, sure. So 2 other really awesome things that we're excited about introducing. So again, as Jeff mentioned, we're all about automation and taking advantage of, digital tools and platforms. And so one of the things we're really excited about is we have launched our new ScanSource University. So for those of you that have been a ScanSource partner for a while, you know that we are great with providing, all kinds of assets, videos, webinars like we're doing today, white papers, blogs, you name it. We have actually put those in a new central repository, so you can see all the great assets and literature from us in one place. So if you go to ScanSource.com, there's a ScanSource University tab that's right there on any of our main websites, and you can check those out. So definitely encourage you to take a peek at those. We will be constantly refreshing that content, so bookmark it, come back, see what we have. Lots of great resources out there to start getting into the cloud, on specific supplier offerings, on industry trends. Again, you name it, we've got it out there. So definitely bookmark that place on our website when you're able. And another thing we're really excited about is our new partner marketing portal. And so this is something that we've been working on for a while, gotten feedback from a lot of our partners, especially ones that, partner with multiple suppliers, that it's a bunch of different logins, having to go different places for different things. And so we've kind of are creating a curated or a hand-selected mix of some of those those co-brandable marketing assets. And this will be a new self-service marketing portal that we have that will enable you to quickly and easily brand pre-developed content to share with your customers. So again, if it's, you're looking to get into a new vertical, or you're wanting to get into the cloud, or there's a new supplier, that you're partnering with, or one that you have a relationship with today and you want to kind of get the word out with your customers, that would be the place to do that. So if you want to go ahead and get your name on the waiting list so we can send you information about that portal as it's coming out, definitely raise your hand or shoot a note to your ScanSource AM or AE, and we would love to add you to that. But we're really excited and should have that very soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Corey. I think for the most part, that covers everything we wanted to chat with you all today. While Corey was telling you about partner marketing portal, I was just taking a look at Q&A and chat. So let me just quickly rattle a couple things off there and address a couple questions that were in there. So one of them was around tier 1 support around the Microsoft offering there, whether there's an extra charge. So there is tier 1 support. So my suggestion is, if there's interest there, we have subject matter experts that do nothing these days except for Microsoft, and talking through what are the options there. Because again, there's the kind of the agent model where it's pretty much hands off, and then there's a resell model where it's a lot more hands on. So there's probably a couple different ways that we can answer that question. So I would say to Victoria, thank you for that question. And if you want to reach out to us, we can kind of set some time up, and this applies for anybody on this call, kind of what those options look like around the Microsoft offer. So hopefully that helps you there. And then let's see, there's a question around the different cloud offers and being able to involve your business. Are there resources online that they can look at? Corey, maybe you can answer that one. Any online resources around the different cloud offers?
Yeah, so are you talking about from the remote workforce solutions perspective? I think that's when I saw that question come through.
I don't know, just said around cloud offers and how I can involve.
Yeah, so we did talk a little bit earlier about some of our suppliers that have UCaaS and collaboration solutions or other offerings available that can help people work remote or work from home. And so we are working on a landing page that has all of that great content on it. So it'll have some featured solutions. So many of our suppliers, I know Jabra, Avaya, Poly, and some others have created some like ready-made kind of bundles, perfect for work from home or work remote environments. And we'll have those on there, as well as direct links to many of those brands we mentioned earlier that have free licenses, free trials, free subscriptions, all that for a limited time. And so those will be all on there as well. We did send out an email earlier this week that had more information. And so if you didn't get that email, same, raise your hand. We can make sure you have that, and it will have more information on all of those great brands. We're also going to be releasing a series of assets over the next couple weeks to help you guys understand all the solutions that we have out there, how they fit, how they work together, how they can, help with your remote workforce needs. I mean, again, as Jeff mentioned, we're all about to start working from home and working remote, and I know we don't plan on, not being accessible. We plan on keeping productivity high. There's so many, things out there that says, remote workers can be just as productive and accessible and creative and all that as others. And so we'll be helping show you guys over the next couple of weeks how you can leverage technology to help you or your customers do that. So really excited about sharing more of that content with you guys soon.
Awesome. Thanks for helping that question, Corey. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thanks for hanging in there, even though we ran over just a little bit. Hopefully it was good, useful information for you all. You learned something new today. Let us know how we can help you. We realize these are trying times for all of us, but we're all in it together. We'll all get through this. Everybody stay safe out there. But don't hesitate to let us know how we can help you, overcome some of the challenges that you may be encountering either within your own organization to get through all this, or your customers. So thanks again, and I'm sure we'll be talking to some of you, and if not, we'll see you again in a couple months with another coffee talk. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.